welcome to this episode of Live Big. Merry Christmas. It's a very special episode because I've got a great gift for you. Before I tell you what the gift is, I want to let you know that it could be one of the best presents you've ever got. It might absolutely change your life because it changed mine. Before I tell you what that gift is, I want to let you in on a little story about how I got there, because I don't want you to think your badass adventure has all of a sudden gone fruity and soft on you when we tell you what the gift is and how this present is going to change your life. So let me tell you a story about when I was training for the Olympics. It was my first season rowing the World Cup, first time I've ever been out of the United States. I went to Europe all by myself to row the single scull in the World Cup, and I was by myself. And I got really scared. I was lonely. I was really a bit lost in terms of strategy and what to do. My coach wasn't with me. And so I really didn't know what to do at the time. I was raised Catholic and I happened to be in Paris. So I went to Notre Dame Cathedral. Everyone wants to see it, and I really didn't have a reason for going there other than just thinking, there's something that's telling me to go there. So I went to Notre Dame, and when I was in there, I said a few prayers, and I looked at the ambience and the beauty of the place, and then all of a sudden I heard a voice, and something started to talk to me, and it was at that point when I felt like I got a guardian angel, and in fact, the name even came to me. So I've been talking to this guardian angel ever since. That was 1994. And that voice that I heard, I'm convinced, has a scientific basis, and that's the present that I want to give to everyone out there this year at Christmas. I want you to listen to that voice of an angel. There are spirits out there, or souls out there, if you will, and I call them angels, but you can call them whatever you want. I think they're out there, and they're manifesting themselves without a body. And we're fortunate enough, or maybe we're enlightened enough, to be the ones that have the body with the soul. But I think there's a lot of souls out there that don't have a body attached to them. These same souls are out there to talk to us. And they're out there to give us ideas, and they're out there to whisper to us. You ever wonder why things are often discovered simultaneously? Like, for instance, the element of oxygen. Two people found it on opposite sides of the world, literally within the same couple of weeks. That happens a lot. One of the reasons I think it is I don't necessarily think your guardian angel has to be monogamous. I think they're out there, and those angels and those voices are looking for some place to give an idea. And you've got to be receptive to that. I spent a lot of time trying to ignore that voice, or those voices that I was hearing inside my head. Not those kind of voices, but the voices inside my head. And it really was to my detriment. I was more concerned with what people were thinking about me, whether it was parents or people I went to high school with or people I was doing business with, and more concerned with what they were thinking than really what was going on in my heart. And if you listen to those voices, that's what will lead you to a life of living big. That's where you'll get some incredibly creative ideas. I don't think any of us are smart enough to really know what's going on in the world, and I think science will end up proving the presence of these voices, presence of these angels, of these muses, because it wasn't that long ago when we actually used to think that the sun was dragged across the sky by a big guy in a chariot. Science proved that wrong too. So I don't think anyone here is smart enough, or maybe we're arrogant enough to think that we know all the answers, but I think science at some point will prove the presence of these voices, of these muses, of these spirits. And I think until then, we've got the opportunity, an incredible opportunity, to listen to the voices, to get inspiration, to get creativity, to get passion from what they're telling us. So listen this Christmas, really listen in for those voices, and I promise you it'll change your whole life, and it'll certainly change your year in 2016. I've listened to them, and it's completely changed my life, and it's helped me live big. Well, Merry Christmas to whoever you happen to choose. Say happy birthday to Jesus, to Buddha, to Muhammad, to Allah, to whoever your God happens to be, because I think they all could be the same person. Everyone's here to be benevolent, forgiving, and loving. So keep that in mind this Christmas. Have an awesome holiday season and kick off your 2016 in great form. I'm Patrick Sweeney. Until next time, live big.